I just ran into her.
She said
she was like all scattered. She didn't know where she was. Yeah.
She said she was going to get some soup and come up.
Then that is. Then you got the most.
Flyer just pointed out 9/11. That fire act passed.
Cross Plains, Wisconsin.
Yippee! Good to see you. Greetings.
Steve Borders of Humans.
Good to see you.
And this is Hillary from our office.
Hi, great to see you. Why don't you come on in?
Thank you.
The all clear should not have been given to these people who work in hazardous situations.
Go ahead.
We can again, down the road, pass legislation to help these guys and gals.
Please have a seat. I was down in committee studying H1N1.
Well, thank you for coming and talking to us all. A couple thoughts on this. I don't know if you've been able to
Well, she doesn't know who UMOS is. Just go back.
Oh, sure I do.
Oh, you do? All right. That's fine. Okay.
Well, yeah. For those of you who don't know, UMOS is a United Migrant Opportunity Services, and we've worked with migrant farm workers. And it turned out that it was 40% at that time. It's more about 45% now of the hired hands or individuals employed in the dairy farms are immigrants, primarily 80 to 90% from Mexico. And so several studies have come out in recent years showing that without that labor force, the dairy industry basically collapsed. Now it's a little complicated. If you look at what is a dairy worker, what's an agriculture worker, and what's a migrant farm worker, if you take all the definitions from the state level, the federal level, and the statutory enforcement level, there are 13 different definitions. But we're looking at a request for funds to work with the dairy industry and also they provide services to the workers.
Where is UMOS based in Milwaukee or?
Our corporate office is in Milwaukee.
Okay.
We have
And then you have satellite.
we have 16 offices in Wisconsin.
So we're coming in very early about earmark, that dirty. And I think we've identified an account that this can be drawn out of. And obviously we would like the Department of Agriculture in Wisconsin to be supportive and write a letter and ask the Secretary to write one. And then I want to work with, and I think it would make some sense, with Bill McCoshen represents these big dairy farmers. And I'd like to get a letter from them to be supportive of this too.
That's great.
So we'll make sure that you have a nice thick
And
file.
in terms of, one of the reasons I asked where the corporate headquarters are is just in terms of trying to think through who should take the lead among the Wisconsin delegation. And it may be that a partnership between myself and Gwen Moore, who represents the city of Milwaukee, and David Obey, who would have that, has the...
Is he the chairman of the authority?
who has the, well, the Stevens Point
Right, he should have.
connection.
And you know who runs the Stevens Point office now, of RUS? Sandy Brzezinski.
Yeah,
Remember him?
I sure did.
I think you served in the legislature.
I served with him in the legislature. I enjoyed him immensely.
By the way, we're looking for a Representative Baldwin folder. We have a representative, your staff now has a Representative Murat folder. And now we're doing a search for, you know what I'm talking about? That your bills were in? See, these guys have never seen these before.
I have a Bill Murat folder on my desk. Does that count?
We want a Tammy Baldwin folder.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, folder.
The folder that your bills were filed in when you were in the legislature.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Whatever happened to those? I have the Pombon folders.
Interesting.
They were discarded.
As you ask me, I do not know the answer to that question. It is possible.
I'm sorry, I didn't get
I know who I'd ask. Do you know Mike Revere?
Yeah, of course I know.
Well, he was my staffer when I was,
he probably knows what's going on.
because he helped pack up.
Right.
But yeah, he was for the 6 years I was in the legislature. But I think we might have left most of my files with the State Historical Society.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get us up.
No, I just you piqued my curiosity because I forgot about those bill files. I mean, it took me a second to remember. So we don't get those sort of things here. It's all electronic now. Yeah. No, I just think given UMOS presence in the state that a collaborative approach would.
Okay.
Three's better than one.
I'm on the program. Do you have any questions at all?
No,
You don't-
there's been a few articles in the newspaper over the course of the last summer on this trend, because it's certainly, when I was there reading, only a few years ago, the workforce was quite different, and so it's quite rapidly changing.
Yeah, there's been a transition. My grandpa homesteaded in 1912 and ran a dairy farm with the family and aunts and uncles, worked on it, and that's how the traditional family farm evolved in Wisconsin. And now it's getting to the point that people are having fewer kids, and those that, and most of the children, many of them, don't have
Working off the farm.
Yeah, they're working off the farm, they're going to the university, doing other types of issues, and so they're now hiring individual and labor.
Yeah.
And it's growing. I mean, some of the, in the Fox River Valley, they have some of the farms of 12 to 1,500 head of cattle.
And when you were growing up, you probably milked 30.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Not that he remembers.
So was your farm, you said you were from Cross Plains?
Oh, well, now, yeah.
But that's not where the family
No, we
farm
were
is.
in Antigo, northern
Oh,
Wisconsin.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's happening all over, and then too, the economics have changed immensely.
Right.
Now the capital investment to run a family farm is immense, and a lot of people don't have the wherewithal to do that.
Yeah.
So this has become quite an issue, and it's going to be a trend that continues. So,
Well, great.
so
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.